mental peace I find. Carving out my thoughts, smoke swirling in the air.
Should be going
Lost
live.
without a care. One of a kind wonders, perfect every
Started.
line.
All
Chill
right.
vibe on replay, laid back all the time.
Here I is. All right, let me get these up out of the way. Oh, come here.
Mantle full of treasures, each piece tells a tale. Swift cuts and curves, artistry prevails. Chiseled edges gleam, polished to a shine in the zone. Lost to the tick-tock of time. Fans hit that like, subscribers on the rise. Support the craftsman, see creation through my eyes. Therapeutic passion in every woodcut. Dreams turn to reality out this little hut.
Get you up here. I'm gonna cut myself on that. That's gotta get out of the way. Oh, we need a car. Oh my God. Hey, Derek, good morning, buddy. How you doing? How you doing? It's early, break out that coffee. I'm just fiddling, trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Get you right there.
Grumpy at the lathe, carving
that's-
futures in the
what is
grain.
that?
Epoxy dripping slick, he's the king of the mundane. Workshop therapy, wood chips in the air. Aliens nodded, said they'd
That's
pull
the
up a
kit
chair.
that's
Eyes
I
red,
haven't
but the
put
vision
together
stays
because
clear.
it's
In the mist, ain't no pain we hold near.
messed up.
Chronic fades when the beats collide. Like the tribe, hit
Oh,
subscribe,
we
ride
got
the high
tubes
tide.
there.
Late spin like planets
And
in the
tube
void.
there.
Galactic, roach clip, renaissance, handcrafted so drastic. Medicinal vibes, smoke signals in the skies. Anxieties dissolve, grumpy keeping it wise. Eyes red, but the vision stays clear.
Just making heads or tails of my mess out here. I had a pin kit laying there. I was like, where's the pin for that? But that's the Electroburn pin that it didn't work out for me.
Gold or hedges. Aliens whisper, spin it with precision. Dust settles slow, we vibe in collisions. From mortals to cosmos, lathe got that shine. Epoxy glowing bright, crafting out of time. Reality's a fog, medicated bliss. Hands steady, making roach clips for this.
That won't work, so we're gonna put that in the box. That's a dumb guy.
From mortals to cosmos.
Alright, what have I gotta do? I gotta mix blanks today.
Crafting out of time.
I need to finish those 3 sticks. I need to sand the heck out of them. And that's what I gotta. I don't like sanding stuff so much. I don't mind it on the lathe, because it's not that bad. And the machine does a lot of the work. I just stand there. But other stuff, like my twirly sticks, that's a lot of sanding. These deals here, there's a lot of sanding in those. Hey, good morning, Bessie.
Settle slow, we vibe in collisions. From mortals to cosmos, lathe got that shine. Epoxy glowing bright.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you do night shifts, right?
Medicated bliss. Hand steady, making roach.
I used to kind of do night shifts when I repoed. That was, that was more of an all damn day shift though. I was young when I was repoing, and I worked for hey, good morning, Rubberneck. I worked for the repo company doing data processing at first. I never repoed, I just did all the accounts, put them in the computer for the repo guys. And then got my license and got at it, and whew, I would work all day, and then the boss man would say, okay, go home and get you a nap, meet me at such and such at 10 o'clock. I'm like, boss man, I worked all day and we repoed last night. Yeah, go get you a nap, you'll be okay. Sleep was overrated, he says.
Welcome to
Getting ready to head to work now. There you go. I got to figure that part out too. I got to I need to get a resume together. And my crazy ass hadn't worked since 2011, and I have no working experience really except for construction. And I can't do any of that because I'm broke. So it's like, they say, work us up a resume. And I'm like, well, what do I put on my resume? Grumpy old grouchy guy with social media looking for part-time job? I mean, I honestly don't know what I'm supposed to put on there. But yeah, I gotta get a resume worked up and turned in, and that way they can. What it is the dispensary I go to. I asked them if they hired part-time and stuff like that, and if there might be something up there I might be able to do, because all I can do is try, right? And well, they told me, well, hell, all you do is give us a resume and we'll see. I'm like, okay. Who knows how that'll work out. Hey, good morning, PK. Ooh, I had to crash last night on the music channel. I couldn't hang. It done got late on me, and the adult beverages and chocolates was kicking in. I could not hang. I tried for a little bit.
Grumpy's laid back carving, spin all day. Wood chips flying, keeping troubles at bay. Epoxy roach clips and creation so smart. Crafting a kingdom all straight from the.
I see Mr. Aim is back out and about, y'all. What's happened with him? I haven't talked to him, but he commented on one of my posts. Hadn't seen him in a hot minute. I was hoping he's okay. Last I heard he was sick, but his comments disappeared. I was hoping he's okay. Yeah, staying out there. You got to though. Once you get in that mood, you got to get it on out. I get like that with my work and stuff. Hey, good morning, Tim. I was in a boo-hooey mood. I wanted to get tore up from the floor up, as they say, but it just don't do me no good. I can't. I start off drinking feeling all bummed out about myself, wanting to get drunk, and then I get 3 sips into the drink, and it's like, I don't want to get drunk. That's just not good for me. I do not need to be in that mind state, right? Hey, good morning, Josie. Hey, thank you for coming back through. But after the herbal sticks and a little bit of the liquid courage, as they call it, and some of that chocolate, man, we don't need to get drunk then. We just need to go to sleep. Eat and go to sleep. Oh, goodness. That's what I'm doing now, y'all, is getting my little motivational herbal stick rolled up here.
days. Epoxy drips slow while he's setting the craze. Roach clips gleam like trophies of the trade. Lathe hums a melody, a handcrafted serenade. Workshop dreams where the pain takes.
We gotta lay off on the feeling good all the dang time though. I need to set my adult beverages to maybe certain nights. Cause yeah, I'm normally a lightweight on my drink, but I've been drinking a little more lately. So they're going down a little faster. It's taking a little more. So at that point, I need to slow down a little bit. How about it? Yes, coffee is the best.
Turning wood to gold, creation don't pause. Grumpy in the zone without applause. Life in them sawdust clouds, it's raw. The tools sing a chorus, no open flaws. Workshop dreams where the pain takes flight. Aliens in the mist dancing through the night. Eyes red rim, but the soul feels light. Join the fellowship.
Roach clips. That's my. You know, I know not everybody's into the herbal, but that's Grumpy's jam. I don't do pharmaceuticals or anything like that, so I fight my chronic pain and crazies with my herbal, and that's what it is. I'll show you some that are done here in just a second. Let me get my mess put up. Oh, where'd they go? Just dropped my papers. The ones on the table, gotta be something like that. That's just a smaller version. I did this years ago with a pocket knife. That's my personal clip that I can use. But I don't have any big ones right now. I got rid of all the big ones. But let's see. These are the go-to to grab for demonstration purposes, I guess. They're right on top of the box. I reach in there and grab them. They say, "Get me." And then here's some epoxy ones that I do. That's what these blanks right here are for. Different roach clips and stuff. Hold your little herbals so it don't burn your fingers. I use them to, let's see, marketing strategy for the women with the pretty acrylic nails is you don't want to burn your nails, you know, holding your thing. And then another thing is with women with the acrylic nails and whatnot, that smoke will kind of bleed through your nail to your nail bed for some reason. It wicks like a straw. Some women told me that they're smokers and they get their nails taken off and the nails underneath look like the cigarette and smoke or the herbal smoke and smell like it and whatnot. I've never heard it, but I've had a few people tell me that. So I was like, yeah, you need a roach clip. And then I'm doing pins with some of my blanks. That's a pin I did with a blank like that there. They're coming out nice. But mainly roach clips. That's 90% of what I do on my channel is making my clips. And I do them out of wood, epoxy. I'm on an epoxy fetish right now because you can just do so much with the colors and everything. And then, where did it go? This is the one I put up. I do Lichtenberg burning on some of my sticks. Then I fill them in with the epoxy. And then anything with the color under epoxy, it glows under a black light or glows in the dark. That's one of my things I like to do. Like this one's just neon colors, so it pops under a black light real good. Then this is the same, it's neon colors, but I got glow pigment in there, so it looks muddy under regular light. Then the black light hits it and the neon pops out, and then on top of the neon, when you put it in the dark, it'll glow a little bit. Hey, thank you. Now I got some Lichtenberg pins. You know, they're made out like this, but in the wood, and I got them burned and filled in with some epoxy. They're put up in a box right now. I gotta find them. I don't know where they're hiding. Oh, I had everything boxed up for the event when I did the event Friday. They gotta still be in the tote. Let's see. I'm sore, y'all. I woke up and felt like I've been wrestling. And I didn't get out there with my boards yesterday and getting any boards prepared. I got to get some boards prepped up for some photography. I need to get a couple of the mushroom images done again. No, that's all the cedar ones. A box full of cedar clips. Here we go. This is some of my exotic clips. But here's some of those pins. I love the little burn. The Lichtenberg burn is so damn cool because of just the epoxy. That's what makes. See how that's glowing? I love it. So it is awesome. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh. Okay, I muted that a little bit. That one had a big old chicken bone in it, they say. Try not to cough in y'all's ears, but sometimes it's, by the time I hit the mute button, I've done stopped coughing, but sometimes it grabs hold of me more. Oh yeah, I forgot. You got in that. Your wife got in that wreck. I can try. Send me an email with the picture of what you want on it, and I'll look at that picture and decide if it's going to be easy enough for me to carve. I don't do the power carving as much as I used to because of my hand control. I get neuropathy in my hands and I can't feel how hard I'm grabbing my tool, and I'll not hold it tight enough sometimes and it'll run across the piece and mess it up. So I don't power carve as much as I used to. I'm trying to get back into it, but it just depends on what that image is gonna look like, you know. But let's see. Trying to find that one. I have a where'd it go? One of my older clips, I was showing it a while back. I never finished it because I kept messing it up, and then the guy never talked about wanting to pay me for it once I got it close, so I just quit working on it. But I got a where'd it go? I thought it was in here. It was a Miami Dolphins. It had the dolphin laid over the sun behind it and everything. Oh, yeah, I used to do a lot of custom clips, but like I said, I got out of that. Mainly with my hands. I don't know, I get real flipping crazy when I start doing commissions, because it's like I know somebody's paying for it, or they done put a deposit down or something on it, and then I feel I want it to be perfect, and I start wigging the flip out because it ain't perfect, but it does look good to them, but then I hate it because I'm just crazy. Here we go. This is an old one. I said I never finished it. I think I'll hold on to it just for the memory. But got the dolphin etched into it and the little sun. It needs to be cleaned up and then stained and painted. But I used to do them like that, but as you can tell, that was before I started getting bad, so they're not super clean. And then my control, I don't think my control is as good as it used to be. But hey, we can try. This was what we worked on yesterday. This was research and development for a piece. This is basically say this is the model. This is the floor model. You know, old school salesmen would go around trying to sell shit, and they'd have a little blow up version of what they're trying to sell. You know, let's see what we got. Here's the regular roach clip, but this is a blowed up model to show you, right? Well, potential customer, they wanted a roach clip that was like telescopic. They wanted it to be, you know, normal holding it, and then if they wanted to be able to reach out and touch somebody with it, you know, so I put a little extension in there. But this was a prototype. This is the first one I've done like that, and I've gotten it figured out how I want to do it, and I found some smaller clips, so I got to see about getting some of those and trying the next round. Medication's tight like a rocket in flight. Grumpy's whispers echo through the starlight. Aliens laugh in a galactic tone, saying this guy should not be left alone. Grumpy's hands ain't got no plan. Aliens they're like 4.5 inches long, I think. The telescoping part when it's closed up, so that'd be perfect. Carvin's crooked, but his heart's in tune. Aliens chilling by the glow of the moon. But yeah, we did this one kind of like a pin. I drilled it out like I would a pin blank. And that telescoping part, this one's all tore up, so cut it. So once you cut it, they're messed up. These little clips come off on them, and then they'll just come all apart. But that's what it is. Basically, I drilled it, inserted it like a brass for the pin, and then you had your pull part on there. But I need this to be smaller, and I can't cut this because if I cut it, it jacks up each piece, you know, because they slip into each one of them. And cutting it shorter, it cuts the cuts the clips off of it to where when you pull it, it don't stay in there, it just pulls right out. So we found a smaller set, and I gotta order those and work those into it and see how it works. No. This is what they call artists sing strife. Grumpy's hands ain't got no plan. But it'll be a one of a kind. Grumpy original, I guess you could say. And then these, of course, they're gonna be the roach clips. I just have to sand them. I slowed down with them because they're a little flexible, and so I'm afraid they're going to be too weak when I get them done. This one won't be. This one seems a little stronger. We'll have to see once I sand it. This is going to be strong. This is out of that walnut, and I'm leaving it meaty. So I have to bring the top down. But I'll finish these today, but not on the live. I said I'll go outside and sand those with my poppy love. We're getting our collection of blanks building back up. That's getting good. I'm fixing to start trying to get back on top of my Wednesday videos. And I'll do most of those out of my epoxy blanks. That's the stack we got going so far. I'm gonna pour some today. That's what this is here. I had to get the inserts ready for them last night. I didn't have no inserts ready. I've learned that I need to seal these before I put them in my epoxy. That keeps me from getting bubbles at the end. And so I sealed those up yesterday. So we're ready for 6. So what do we want to do? We want to do a pin or a roach clip this morning? Hey, thank you for coming by. Have an awesome day. A cool, calm start to the morning. That way there's no chaos throughout the day. There you go. I learned that a long time ago. I wake up in the morning rushing and it just seemed to make for a crazy day. You wake up nice and relaxed. It's a nice, relaxed day. Hey, good morning, Jen. Do a roach clip? Okay. Let's see, we want to do epoxy or wood? We can go with an epoxy blank, or I can go with a chunk of cedar, a chunk of oak. Let's see, what else do I got? Oh yeah, some of that rhododendron I got from Matt. I still have some of that rhododendron. And what else can you send in there? Oh, I ain't doing the sickle pear yet. I gotta save that. Oh, and we got a piece of the holly. I can shorten the holly down. I did a pin out of that holly and it looks like bone almost once it's sealed up. Looks good. Paduke, I think that was that Paduke right there, wasn't it? I think that's what that was. Hey, good morning. I thought I had you in the mods already. PD knives, I thought you had a wrench. Well, a shield now.
They know the deal. Grumpy's chaos got surreal.
Okay, let me see you back up here. Email. Panthers fan. Hey, that's funny. My high school was Milton Panthers. Copy. Oh, my neck. Oh. My neck's been getting me, y'all. I gotta go to that neurologist again, but I don't want to because I think he's gonna say, yeah, we need to fuse this and this now. And I'm gonna say, no, sir, we don't. Oh. Honestly, I think they're gonna want to do surgery on me again. That's why I'm scared to go.
UV rays hit the resin just right. Epoxy so bright, outshine the night. Laid back carvings, vibrations ignite. In the lab, mixing colors, pure delight. Like and subscribe, join the vibe. Aliens in the workshop, let's inscribe. Grumpy's chronic pain, no need to hide. Epoxy brilliance, ride the tide. Roach clips in hand, extraterrestrial band. Crafting our dreams, it's all.
I went ahead and sent email now and just sent that way I don't forget because I straight up forget. So, got that done. Don't have to mess with answering it or nothing right now. I just wanted it to be done out there. Alright.
Epoxy brilliance, ride the tide. Workshop whispers, tales of the beyond. Epoxy creations, infinite bonds.
Sure.
Roll up reality.
All right, the epoxies, let's see, that's gonna take a hot minute to polish up. What am I doing my towel down there? Oh. So let's go with, I'm not turning that yet. I don't know how I want to finish that piece, so I don't want to turn it and mess that up. Let's see.
Workshop whispers, tales of the beyond, epoxy creations, infinite bond. Roll up reality, spaceship spawned, chronic pain.
Hey, let's just do a piece of cedar. I hadn't done a piece in a minute. This is a nice piece of red cedar right here. Let's work that down. I think the cedar will work down quicker. Oh, come on.
Epoxy creations.
Oh, yeah. Let me switch y'all over so you can see what the heck I'm doing, right?
Spaceship spawned.
There we go. Oh. Timber, we make a mess. Alright, now, I don't like using chucks when I turn. I get heavy-handed because of the issues with my neck. Them chucks, you get heavy-handed, you tend to get more catches. And pieces break, tools fly. So I try to stay away from the chucks. I like my live centers and my dead centers. Where did it go? It is a hiding.
Grumpy spun the wood till it morphed out of shape. Lace humming, moving craft and fate. Epoxy drips, binds bugs in a sculptor's twist. Zen found in the fog, some aliens miss. Eyes bloodshot, medicated, soul kissed. Peace found among aliens in the mist.
That right off. There it is. Sitting right there looking at me. Gotta love it. Now this is all wonky, so we just, I mean, you can try to put your center mark on there and go with it, but I'll try to eyeball it, I guess. With a pencil. These cedar come out nice. We're gonna see how bad this gets my nose. I hadn't turned it in a minute. What we got? Uh-oh. Well, you have a good day, Tim. You see, this is all I don't. This was marketed as firewood splits, right? That's why it's all wonky and it's not cut and all squared up. But I've used a bunch of them. They make some nice clips. You just got to kind of eyeball down in there and find where most of the meat's gonna run through. Because you know you're gonna knock all them corners and you got all the, yeah, it's hard to explain it. But.
Out of the haze came purpose and hope. Aliens nodding props to the craft, no hate. Epoxy vibes outlasted the hands of fate.
That don't look bad right there. And then I use centers because again, I'll get too heavy, and you get too heavy, bam, you get a bad catch and whatnot. But I think my thumbnails, squirrel, my thumbnail splits. But you get a bad catch, and on the centers, I can just grab that piece while it's spinning, and it ain't gonna do nothing. You know, and I might knock my fingertip before I get a hold of it, but I can grab it and stop it. My motor will stay spinning because it'll just loosen up here. But that's why I like centers. Yeah, when I was a kid, I was holding a firecracker out of a big bottle rocket. You're like Louisiana Whistler, big bottle rockets. You light the fuse, you put them in a damn piece of pipe, and they shoot up and have a couple of blow ups in the air. Pow, 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 pow. Well, took that crap apart, and we had like a lady finger. It was tiny. I was holding that thing in between my fingers, lighting it with a cigarette and throwing it. It blowed up before I could let it go and split my thumbnail. Now, and that was when I was a flipping teenager. Now, anytime I do anything with my hand, hit my hand too hard, squeeze too much, it splits right up the center of my thumbnail. Sucks.
Peace found among aliens in the mist. Chronic pain's a ghost.
All right, y'all. Go ahead and turn the dust connector on so I don't have to walk back over there. It's a popsicle. The fine bits of epoxy tend to pick up, vacuum up better the next day because the static in there is not as bad. That stuff has a static clean when it comes off of the blank. Stick to every dang thing. All right, what do we look like on the camera? Not too bad. Let me put this out. Put my mask on. I gotta wear my mask with that seated. Excuse me. Shaking bones.
Epoxy roach clips, artware functions aligned.
Hey, good morning, Mr. John. Yeah, I found that website that I was looking for with those you said the name of it, heck. Between the TBC bushings, because that's the website, tbcbushings.com has the in-between center bushings. Yeah, they're like $18 for a pair. That's what I want to try to get because my mandrel is wonky. Oh, coffee is so good, Joe. All right, let me put my mask on. Oh, I gotta change my filter cartridges on it today. Make sure we don't have no little creepy crawlers crawling around in there. Oh. Well, y'all, I'm by myself till Monday again. Hell, I guess I got to get used to being by myself, right? I've not been by myself for a long time. A long time. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, y'all, here we go. Let's make some dust. I need to take my tool. I want a different tool rest. But I'm not going to buy a lot for the lathe until I get stuff set up. I want to upgrade my lathe. This is going to become a polishing station.
Oh, it's got some nice color in it, y'all. I love cedar. And see, that's what I like about the dead center and live center is I can stop that piece and it ain't go. That'd be in chucks that would have broke my hand, you know. And I get heavy-handed because I'll push in too hard because I can't tell how hard I'm doing stuff sometimes. So that's why I like my centers. If that was in a chuck, I could turn it faster because I could be more aggressive, but at the same time, I have more accidents. Still got some tear out and some flat spots in there, but it's almost gone. I'll stop it and show you the grain and everything here in a second. It's got some nice color in it, yeah. Yeah, see, it's where it was all curvy, so I got this big chunk to get out right there. I might lose that color by the time I take it down small enough, but hopefully it stays in there. But that's gonna look cool. Ooh, cedar everywhere, y'all. Hey, good morning, Robin. Good morning, sir.
still. I carve my vision. Spirits in the timber. Whisper so
Yeah, it's still in there.
Lave spins, I'm
Right there, almost gone. Once I get that out, I can shape it up. Got about an 1/8 inch to take off of it still. Right there, just a little piece of it left. I like that Coke bottle shape. That's what I call that, is my Coke bottle shape. This is real dry, so I get a lot of little tear out on there when I'm doing it. So once I get it to shape, I got to get real light and then sand it pretty much. So it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna have some cool color to it. I just gotta bring it down. Oh yeah, it smells real good. Very aromatic. That's why I got my mask on. I gotta wear my mask when I do the cedar. I'll be smelling cedar for a week. Larry OG, alright. What was I on? Goodness gracious. I just opened it up. I know Supersonic is my afternoon one because that's the only indica that I got. Irene and French toast. Some hybrid mix. The names they have on their stuff is crazy. Bruce Banner, there you go. I want to try, my favorite's 9 Pound Hammer and Granddaddy Purp. I love Granddaddy Purple. Oh my goodness, that's like, oh, I want that every time. Just the taste, the paste, yeah, all of it, I like it. That's so bumpy. I'm doing it rough and fast, so there's so many ridges in that. Y'all can't see it, but I can dang sure feel it. I go for the heavy indicas because of my issues. You know, there ain't nothing gonna couch lock me, y'all. I'll wake up at 4:30 in the morning, come out here and have my joint rolled at 5:30 and fire up on it, and it's a hardcore indica. A lot of people would smoke that and go back to sleep, but that's my coffee, y'all. It slows my crazy brain down to where I can think and function. Squeaky, squeaky. creative way of parting it off, right? I think I might have cut them too skinny. They might break. Let's think about that. This cedar is real dry. Oh, we got. We'll be right there. We're gonna be Woo! Burning the candle at both ends, they say. Stayed up late last night. I used to do that to myself bad, but that kind of helped keep me grumpy. That's when I realized that, I do like to stay up late, but I had to get up early to do stuff around the house to help people, get the day going. So yeah, I learned that staying up late didn't work with me all the time. But hell, I get up, man, early. just going to be smooth, have a good flow to it, and be pretty. And I'm not going to CA finish this one. I'll sand it all down and go through the grits, and then I'll take and go over it with that Yorkshire for the wax and the oil out of the Yorkshire. And then the way that works is it'll soak in. It'll have a shine to it at first, but then it'll lose that bright gloss because the oil will soak in, and then it'll still have the cedar smell. That's the cool part about it. It's like a natural feel to it still. It'll look good.
Laid back, digging through the grain, smoothing edges keeps me sane. Healing isn't found in gold.
Square up the bottom on that side there. Alright, where's the put? That's not the piece I just had there, dude. Sandpaper hides on me a lot, though. Ah, you know what I did here? No, here we go. I got some right here, I think. Yeah. So I jumped the gun and I didn't have all my sandpapers together. I need to cut some more, but I think these will be okay. Alright, let's try this chicken. Whew, that don't hurt, did it? Alright, let's just go with it, yeah. My fingers are not working. Hold on to the stuff, he says. Alright. This is 240. First grit was just 150. But yeah, she's going again till Thursday. She won't be back till Thursday. This sucks. But it's what it is. I'll be used to her being gone and then she'll come home. That'll mess me up all over again. I get to do this for a few months till everything's gone and settled, and then I guess she won't be coming home at all. Oh, it sucks, y'all. Oh yeah, it's sounding good. It's real dry too. This cedar is seasoned pretty good. I said it sold as firewood splits. The box is the box that it come in is just slam full of random pieces, just all chopped up like that, you know. And so it's real dry, and so I have to be careful because it'll pull out, have a lot of pull out on it real easy. But sanding it and then cleaning it at the end, it will be nice. But yeah, my buddy at Hedrick's Homegrown Aquatics bought me the cedar, and it was awesome. I still have a bunch. Yeah, I have made so many roach clips out of that box, and you look at the box and it doesn't look like I've touched it. I mean, it is just slammed full of little chunks of cedar like that. Oh, I mean, I got cedar for days. I'll get on my kicks where I carve a bunch of them, and then I'll jump back into the epoxy because I'll have too much cedar in my sinuses. Like I said, I can do so much of it, then I have to give myself a break from it for a little bit, but I love it. And it's a 400 jaw. Man, you gave me the munchies last night. I was laid up in bed watching this. I said, I can't go in there and eat. I gotta go to sleep. It looked good though.
Laid back, carving, steady hand devotion. Epoxy shines bright, clouded in emotion. Grumpy hands spark art, therapy potion. Anxiety drips, vanishing like ocean foam motion. Aliens in the smoke, they whisper truth. Medication rolled tight, sparking the roots. Chronic pain, a ghost, fades in the booth. Creating our escape, these forms be proof. Roach clips glowing, fingertips control. Therapy the mission, fire feeds the soul. Ink in the wood grain, carving out whole. Lost in creation, feeling fully whole. Epoxy drips clean, locks the vibe in time. Therapy eternal, sculpted line by line. Pain fades silent, buzzed up the climb. Aliens tracking thoughts, feeling so divine.
Alright, we got 8. Oh, there we go. 6. 1,000. 15. 25.
Aliens in the smoke, they whisper truth. Medication rolled tight, sparking the roots. Chronic pain, a ghost, fades in the booth. Creating our escape, these forms be proof. Grumpy's craft cuts through that ether haze, shoving demons aside, calling brighter days. Therapeutic fiction set the world ablaze. Creation keeps healing, we move through the maze. got a shop, hand steady as fate. Epoxy flowing deep, creations ornate. Lighter cases sharp, roach clips out of sight. Glow brighter in the dark than a meteorite. Therapy and carbon steady hands, no slack.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Reflection of dreams,
I've thought about it.
batshit crazy at the vibes polite.
That's where some of this came from, was inspiration. Somebody wanted a roach clip honey dipper, and I made it for them a couple of years ago, and then they never claimed it. It was an ex-girlfriend of mine from when I was a kid, and her and her wife were friends on Facebook, and she had seen some of my posts, I guess, off my wife's page somehow, and then wanted one. And I made it for her, but then she never wanted it. I think her husband didn't want her to get it, to be honest with you. Oh well. I sold it though. I finally put it back in my box, and it's been gone. Right? Chess set, the thing about that is I can get like most of the pawns to look like each other, but it's just replicating the pieces to make them look identical. You know, I'm not going to be able to do that. You know, it can be similar, but, you know, one might be a little bigger, a little taller, you know. I guess if I made a bunch of pieces and just worked on it for a while, I'd get them pretty close, but that's one thing I've never really, I have a problem duplicating stuff. Hey, good morning, Jack. I hope you're doing good today. I love them sounds. Woo, that went. You know. 1,500. Man, my grandpa had a quail farm when I was younger. That's why I talk about quail and them lives and stuff like that. That's the bird that I ate a lot of when I was little. And oh my goodness, we was broke. You know, my mama, she was single parent, doing the best she could. You know, and but yeah, my grandpa, they had that quail farm going on, so we always had quail to eat. You know, that's why I liked it. We'd have it in the crock pot. Ooh, that stuff is good. Man, they charge a lot for dove. We can get them in the store around here every now and then. That's what I'm doing. I'd have to see some pictures. I have some captive rings on my clips. Well, see, they're all my precious. I love all my roach clips. Yeah, quail are small, but man, they are good. My grandpa, when I say quail farm, I'm talking. Ooh, hold on, y'all. Let me get this mask off. I'm almost done with the sandpaper. I didn't get sanded there and there good. I can see some marks in there I don't like, but we're gonna go with it. Get some of the cedar up here. Well, this stuff's already everywhere, so I get most of it up. Get off the top of the motor right there. And then the floor. Oh, goodness. We got a bunch on the floor right here. It's okay. It stays right at my feet. So it's not too bad on cleanup. I need to redesign the little air thing for the lathe. Then we do better. All right, let me turn this off, guys. Impeller is clean. The bucket is probably time to empty my bucket.
But no, when I say quail farm, I'm talking. Think of a 50 by 50 barn or something, and then you walk in the door, and you have just enough room between you and the. Okay, pretend you're walking down a grocery aisle. Okay, you got just enough room to stand there and look down one direction. I mean, if you step 6 inches to the left, you hit cages. You step 6 inches to the right, you hit cages. And them cages was as high as your head, you know, and they were tilted at an angle, so all the eggs would drop and roll to the front, you know, and then you had all the quail. He probably had a dozen quail per little cage, and they were just from the floor to the ceiling, straight down the walls. I mean, it was just row by row by row by row, just full of cages. I mean, he was supplying quail to a lot of areas and stuff, so it was pretty crazy. So, I mean, they're small little birds, but you got a crock pot full of them. Size, I guess, don't matter, you know. And that's how we ate growing up. I felt like we was eating poor, but as I got older and realized, you know, the delicacy of quail is like, wow, we was eating the heck out of it, eating it like it was chicken. But yeah, I was poor boy. We eat poke salad, you name it. I said, I can eat off the land if I had to. You know, come apocalypse time, I'm ready. You know, I can do it. But yeah, them was the old days there. This cedar's gonna darken up with this wax on there, y'all. Oh, the colors is just popping now. This is gonna be pretty. I got my lay kick up and I haven't cleaned the motor yet. I gotta do them brushes. Gracious. I'll do that today.
Treasures made with flair. Each groove whispers tales untold. Epoxy shines pure and uncontrolled.
Well, yeah, I like the fried quail for sure, but in the crock pot, that was the best. And it was a simple recipe. They just put I guess your favorite barbecue sauce and then grape jelly. Mix that up in the crock pot and then put your quail in there and let that stuff cook all day. Oh, it just falls apart.
Epoxy shines pure and uncontrolled.
Oh, you guys will go to work. Well, you have a good day, Mr. Johnny. Stay safe. I hope the day flies by for you.
Grumpy's at the lace, spin a roach clip tight.
Look here before you get going. I have some tear out in there, so we have some small pits. Oh, but look at that color, y'all. That cedar is just flipping beautiful. Right there, and right in there. I'm gonna put some more of the wax polish over it. Give me another cloth.
Whittle down the stress, anxieties dissipate.
Yes, sir, Jonathan. If you're listening, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love this cedar.
Workshop altar, sacred dust in the air.
Turn that down. I was lean that polish off.
Pieces into things we repair. Aliens in the mist, visions twirl, can't resist. Eyes red tinted, chasing moments we miss.
And then you put that, I know PK don't like it, but they use shellac in woodworking a lot too. But you put that shellac over here and that stuff, oh my goodness, it'll have a shine that won't never go away. This shine's gonna go away a little bit. It's not gonna be so glossy once the oil soaks into the wood more.
Hear the rhythm of the grind. Lost in epoxy smoke, ticking out of time. Lathe turns eternity. This therapy runs deep. Wood shavings fall in spirals as the vibe creeps. Aliens chime in, antennas catch the wave. Turn and subscribe. This the groove you crave. Aliens in the mist, visions twirl, can't resist.
And I'll sand the bottom off right here once I cut it, get it ready to clip up. Trying to get it kind of hot and varnish that wax into it some.
Lost in vibes all night, all night. Whittle down the stress, anxieties dissipate. Lathe hum whispers, sealing off the weight. Workshop altar, sacred dust in the air.
Yeah, you can smell the cedar come out in it now. It's warming it up. Oh, I love that smell. Yes, sir. Oh, look at that, y'all. That's pretty. All right, and we'll be cutting that off and be chopping it right there for the clip to go on there. But, yeah. You can see fine scratches on there from the paper towel because the way I was holding it on there. But that's almost got a glass finish to it. Scratches right there in that bevel. Some chatoyance going on right through there almost. Ooh. On those sides. Looks more, it's got more of it right through that center grain there. Oh, okay. Let me, oof. Gosh, to run the dust collector because that's going to be fine dust shooting out right here. Yeah, my nose is burning. I love the cedar, but it will get you. Some people can't work with it. It stops them up too bad. This out of the way. So we'll move this back over here. That little tub of polish is almost gone. So I figure by the time I run through those pile of blanks in the box, it will be gone. But I have a container that should be here tomorrow. This is my little sanding pad here. Works pretty good. And Mr. Johnny, I seen him using something like this. Give me the inspiration to say, hey, I can make one of those. And it has saved me so much flipping time since I did make it. Because I gotta sand all my clips on the bottoms of them. Whether they're stand-ups or rounded, I still have to sand it. Hello, Real. How you doing, sir? How's the Texas doing over there? I haven't been to Texas since I was a little kid. Oh, where did I put the clip? Turn this back on so I can sand this real quick, y'all. I'm gonna take this deal here and then just kind of polish that nub down. All right, see, it took me 30 minutes by hand. I still got to go back over it with the finer grit, but it's smooth. It's all balanced out, so it's like perfect. And this is too cool. Thank you, old fast. That was a sandpaper cleaner that I just rubbed across there. It's a chunk of rubber pretty much, but it will take all the buildup out of your sandpaper. Make your sandpaper last a little bit. It's pretty cool. Now I got some stuff around the edge right there. That was before I got the cleaner, but you get that and buzz over, you can't hardly tell. Oh yeah. Sit down, my back's killing me. Get back to the messy box here. Polish cloths. Get them out of the way. I go through some paper towels. I need a paper towel sponsor. I think everybody that does crafting needs a glove sponsor and a paper towel sponsor. I mean, come on. These are going to be nice. These are still my favorite just because the way they react. You know, I love the way these react, but all these are going to be cool. And these are going to have some nice glow to them. They have the blue and the purple glow. I like that. But that black light reaction on those is just awesome. And then all of them's got glow pigment in there. So these has got a blue and a purple glow pigment in it. So those are gonna look good. This has got a little bit of what was it, yellow? A little bit of yellow in that. But it looks green because of the way it mixed in. And then this has got the green in there. But yeah. All right, let me get this mess up out of the way. Yeah, I like that clack clack sound. That means they are curing up nicely. You can hear the difference. I had to put that up so that you don't get it scratched. You can hear the difference in them as they cure when you clank them together. Kind of how like when you grab a handful of quarters and you bounce them and you can hear that one silver quarter out of the rest. That epoxy, as it cures, it makes that distinctive sound in the blank. You can tell. Hey, good morning, Amy. Oh, where's my phone? What is that? Page? Okay. Granddaughter had chorus practice. She must have dropped her off at practice. Y'all, I got these bad pulls on the sides of my fingers where my fingers are getting dry. Killing me. And I just pulled that one back raw. Damn. Don't feel it right now, but I will in a little while. Alright. Let's make this bad boy into a clip. It's just a pretty piece of cedar right now. I just take my tool and try to round it out right there. Need me a little bitty anvil put under ting 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 and roll them edges around. It would crimp so much better. And it's just, you know, I'm not that picky. Alright, I need to thin that down some, so where's my cutter? I was messing with this thing yesterday, cutting one of those little tags off a giraffing line, and I'm out cutting my dang finger. I got lucky because that would have been a probably stitches required. I don't think super glue would have held that one closed.
Dreams make the energy glow.
I'm doing good this morning, Amy. Thank you. In and out of my head as usual, but I guess that's to be expected for a little bit. We are gonna do it to it though. Got to be careful crimping this, because you do not want to split your wood at all. Because I mean that you gotta have your strength. Miss Daisy just went live. But, hey, good morning, Robert. But you gotta have your strength in there, your integrity of the wood, because that's where. I mean, everybody holds it down here, but the most pressure goes right there, clipping your herbal on there, right? Right, now, straight. One, two, three pulls, and each pull's about 2.5, 3 foot. So I got close to what you figure between 7 and 9 foot of thread pulled off of my roll right here. But I don't use all of it. I always have some left over. But it's just the way I wrap. I don't keep my thread hooked to my spool as I wrap, so I gotta make sure. I'd rather have some left over than to be wrapping my clip and run out of my wrap as I'm trying to twist it up, because then you have to unwrap everything and resituate. I don't want to do that. And then this is my pigtail puller. This is Mr. Matthews suggested this, and it has been a game changer and a stick saver, because I would have probably got pissed off and broke a few roach clips if I wouldn't have had that by now. Because with my hands, I wrap my clips too tight. And when I pull my string through, I used to use embroidery thread for this, because I could control how tight I was wrapping, and I would do, okay, that's too tight, loosen up, and it would always work. And well, it got to where I was breaking it, so I would use more and more embroidery thread, getting it thicker and thicker, and it was still breaking on me. And then Matthew says, have you ever tried that spider wire? And I was like, ooh, I haven't, but it was a hell of an idea. So I found the thinnest that I could find, and at like 15-pound test, and I haven't broke the first piece. So yeah, that was a hell of an idea, and I used the heck out of it. Right here, I got my clip crimped on. I'm gonna hold that little tab with my finger. Try to anyway. And start wrapping. And as you wrap, you'll wrap over what you're holding. And so eventually it'll hold itself down. Wrap it up. Make sure you're not, like right here, I'm about to fall off the clip or the stick. But make sure you don't go over your stick onto the metal right there. And that's too much of a tab right there. That's why I cut it, because that gets too long.
Lighter cases with a neon spark, roach clips charting through the dark. Each one surrenders its hidden flare, a secret glow humming soft in the air.
Nylon just melts instead of burn.
Where the epoxy flows and the
Alright, keep it tight and start wrapping her up. I run down that clip slow, and then it's gonna start jumping off the clip onto the wood right there. You hear it just click, it jumped off the clip onto the wood. quick. Okay, so I run off the clip. I let it do that a few times, and then I start running down the wood to build up the thickness between the wood, or the gap between the wood and the clip. And you keep this as tight as you can. Then start wrapping back towards the top. Just keep it right on top of one another, kind of like wrapping a fishing pole. If you can see what you're doing and control it, if you keep it tight enough, the thread's gonna go where it's supposed to go. That's the thing about it. You know, if it's the right size and everything, it'll work for you instead of against you.
Where the epoxy flows and the pain subsides, carving till dawn where the spirit glides. Anxiety melts in the UV light. Grumpy keeps carving all through the night.
Keep pressure on that. You let go of that, it's gonna be like a spring and just unwind on you. And you want that wrap as tight as you can get it. That's what helps hold everything on there. And then I'll go back and soak that in super glue, but without the super glue, that wrap will hold that and it won't go nowhere. I just glue it because people lighting their herbals might get a little too close and hit that thread and singe it. And if you singe it, then it's gonna unwrap everything, right? So I'll finish it and then I'll coat it in glue for the safety of the thread. The glue is not to hold the clip on there because the clip ain't going nowhere. But okay, what you get at this point, that's when you take the pigtail puller. That's what I've dubbed the line that comes through here. I call that the pigtail, you know. So then here's of course my pigtail puller. And put it right there. Hold it down. This has stayed tight. I've kept tension on that. And then you just wrap that. And this is where I was breaking because you need this tight. But if this is too tight, you're not gonna pull that puller through too smooth, right? And then it's gonna break stuff. But this part here, if you do the clips, you'll get this figured out over time, I guess. Just experience on how tight to hold it in there. But y'all got to remember, I've been tying these roach clips like this for flip 20 years, easy. You know, making them every flipping day like I do now. No, I haven't been doing that for 20 years, but I've been making my roach clips like this ever since I started making them. As Jordy Johnson said, he got thousands of wood spirits. I got thousands of roach clips I've made. Call me the roach clip king. Sorry. And that coughing, bad thing about that, anybody that ever coughs real bad, you know that jars the snot out of your back and in your neck. That's why I want to get into the combustion, or get away from the combustion and do the dry herb vape. And then wish the doctors could fix my belly to where the edibles would work for me like they're supposed to. I'd be a happy camper then. Literally. And then I'm wrapping back up on this real slow, keeping that thread as tight as I can, covering that puller up as I go. Because if you can't see the puller, then you're not gonna see your tag coming back through, right? That's basically the principle. So if you cover that puller up, and that's why I go with a different color, is that helps me wrap and make sure I'm covering it good. That way you don't see my tail when I pull my tail through.
Grumpy spins the lay, sparks dance in the haze. phases. Epoxy dreams crafted in fluorescent mazes. Workshop therapy, sawdust coated.
And I've kept pinching on that with my thumb right there so it don't unwrap. This wraps up on you while you're twisting it, so I had to get that undone. And then look, y'all, I don't have that much extra thread. So I've gotten it worked down. And then right here, I wrap this around my finger and try to gauge the distance so I can keep that pulled tight, you know, while I'm holding this. And then I'll wrap up on here. And once you start pulling that down, whew, see how it's going through, singed. Now it's pulled in. It's locked in there like on a slip knot. It's not coming loose, so I can let it go now. And then on this part, your tail. You don't want to cut your tail longer than what you've wrapped that puller, because that's going to cover your tail. Because that's the whole point of this right here is no knots, you know, no fuzzies, no lines sticking out nowhere. So you cut that shorter, and you can barely see that little tag, but that's gonna pull in, and it's not gonna come undone. Let's see. I know, and I wrap this up so tight most time, if I choke up and try to pull, it's gonna dang near cut my finger. So most of the time anymore, I just go ahead and wrap it up on something before I pull it through. And don't go pulling way out to the side. You might break your clip if it's turned too small. Pull it down and kind of pull it to you. Boop, and it pulls right through. And that's there, y'all. That clip will not come off unless that thread gets burned or something. And then that's why I glue the thread, because some people will take their roach clips after they've smoked them and they get all dirty. You know, instead of soaking them in something, they'll take their lighter and just kind of burn the clip a little bit with their lighter and then scratch it off. You know, you get that too hot, it come through here and start popping the threads, or if you get the lighter too close to the threads, you're gonna burn. So now we jump to the Star Bond, but we're not using thick, we want to use medium. Star Bond. Hey, y'all, go check out my description. If you use Star Bond glue, I have a link there that'll take you to their page. And then there's a promo code. If you don't go through the link, Grumpy10 capital letters, you can save yourself 10%. And I will make a small commission on each sale. And would appreciate any of the support. There you go. All right. All right. Paper towel. All right, now I take with my glue on my clips, like I said, I just go across the top of the threads, let it soak into the thread. Now, one thing about the glue is it will help hold everything, but it is not necessary to hold it. But I'll put enough glue on there so it will absorb into the thread, lock itself to the wood, to the clip, all that good stuff. And then I grab it with a toothpick. There's a drip that's gonna try to drip off, and I'll just walk that drip around. Oh, and it dripped off. That's why we got a paper towel there. But I'll walk that drip around and make sure all the thread's saturated. You know, that way it's all covered and coated.
Grumpy turns to laid, the resin spins wild. Epoxy roach clips, creativity compiled. Workshop smells like sawdust dreams. Aliens in the mist, we're chasing light beams. Eyes glazed ruby, medicated haze. Clouds part slow, it's a better phase. Chronic pain dying, anxieties retreat. Workshop therapy where the soul feels complete. Turn it, burn it, epoxy drip vibe. Grumpy in the zone, feeling alive. This the tribe's creation, a moment to confide. Like, subscribe, let the sparks collide.
And with this nylon, it doesn't soak in as good as it used to. I had a spool of thread for a long time. Hey, good morning, Pluto. I had a spool of thread for a long time that was a hybrid mix. It was like a cotton polyester mix or something. It was just the perfect thickness. It was a little bit thinner than this, but it was not as strong as this, but a little bit thinner. And that's what I liked, was that thinner, the thinner gauge for it. It just works better for me. But now with the way I grab and pull, I can't tell the pressure, so I'm breaking that thinner stuff. So I had to go to this dang nylon upholstery thread or whatever. Oh, thank you. I'm glad they like them.
It's a hands-on skill. Drill, press steady, bending the wheel. Epoxy dreams turn chaos to thrill. Workshops the tempo, that late night chill.
And that's just my thing, you know. You got some people, I guess, that whittle, you know, whittle their little hillbilly guys or something, and just can make them in their sleep, make them all day long, and just got them everywhere. Well, that's roach clips is my whittle, you know. I've always made them. Oh, activator. And then of course we got some activator to go with this stuff, and that just dries it instant. And it's there. I like my little chipmunk.
Grumpy in a shop, tools in a dance, roach clips in the spotlight, taking a stand.
Don't like the smell of it though.
Stars in a jar, pulling in aliens, celestial bizarre, hands like wizards, art ain't clone.
And that'll go in the cedar box, yo. And it's got the cedar smell to it still, but it's also got a little bit of oil and stuff in there, some wax on it. I love it. Let's see, I brought the boxes of them in to find the stuff earlier. Yep, here we go. This is, let me move this out of the way. Get that out of the way. It's all cedar roach clips in there. I got a bunch of cedar roach clips. Here's one out of the cedar with the captive ring on it. And none of these are sealed. They're all done like I did that last one with the Yorkshire on there. And you can see some of them, they're not perfect. Some of them got little pull out, little tear outs where I was too aggressive or something, or my bit wasn't sharp enough, you know, but they all have their character. And the grain in some of these, I just love it. And that was an old growth, how does Jordy call it, first growth cedar? Look how tight the grain is in that tree. And it's all like that. I like this piece, some of the heartwood and sapwood. Heartwood and sapwood together still. They're just cool. And then this one was, I don't think this was cedar or not. I think I got it in the box because it's natural, but I liked that inclusion that was in there, so sealed it up. This one's got a spray, a urethane spray over it to give it its shine. There you go. A grumpy tin. Capital letters with the grumpy. I gotta get a link and drop the link in the chat. I do have my link for it, but I don't have it readily available. Oh yeah, I do right here. Let's see. No, I just messed that up, didn't I? Is there an undo button in this? Yes, there is. Gotta love the undo button, right? Copy. Hey, good morning, Steve. There we go. Yes, sir. Send me an email. Grumpy's LaidBak Carvings, just like leave the at off of it, of course, but just like my name's written in the chat right there. Grumpy's LaidBak Carvings at gmail.com. You just got to spell the back correctly. A lot of people, when they go to typing it out, muscle memory, they spell it B-A-C-K, and it's B-A-K. There we go. It's crazy the way that I mean, I can understand some people. Let's see. It's hard to explain this to people unless you're an actual toker on a regular. You know, some people who maybe weekend toke, okay, yeah, it's gonna hit them hard. They don't mess with it all week long, and they just take them a puff here and there on the weekends. That's gonna do them right, you know. But I use it for chronic pain, anxiety, depression, you name it. That's what I'm using it for. So I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning burning a patty, you know, and I'll do that all day, you know, and I stay up all day, you know, I function, it's my coffee, you know, but and I know some jobs, you know, it's a liability for sure, you know, but then some jobs, hell, you let them guys catch them a buzz because they doing some shitty work. Nobody else wants to do that. Leave them alone, you know, they ain't hurting nobody. That's how I feel about it, you know, but, yeah, I was on pain pills and stuff real bad for a long time, and it just didn't do me right. You know, the herbal does me a lot better. I'm a better person. I feel better, you know, whole 9 yards. Yeah. Oh yeah, work for gas and oil. Hey, good morning, Suzanne. Yeah, you got to be careful on that. And that's the bad. And see, that's another thing. Get off subject, but not off subject. People want to say marijuana is a gateway drug. Let me explain a little bit to people that don't dibble and dabble in the recreationals or anything. The only reason, because of what Real was just saying right there, happen to wait for that test. That's the only reason that makes this a gateway drug, is because this drug, you can puff a joint, you know, right now and be tested 3 weeks from now and still test positive for that. So that's crazy. You know, you're not under the influence of that thing 3 weeks from now. You know, that buzz only lasts you about, what, 4 hours if you're lucky? Come on. You know, and so, hold on, let me go get my little dog, y'all. Oh, here he is. Come on. Come on. But, that's the thing. People want to smoke and they can't, you know. And then these other recreational drugs, you know, the booger sugar, stuff like that, that's in and out your damn system before you can fart. You know, y'all go. And that's what I think of why it causes the gateway drug, is because people want to do that for that release and that relaxation, but they get penalized for it so long afterwards. And then this other stuff they can dibble and dabble and play with, and it's out your system in a few days. you know, but that's why I think it's a gateway drug. But if they laxed on everything and got better on their testings where they could tell, yeah, you wasn't under the influence right then, you know, I mean, but then hell, it's no different than somebody taking an anxiety pill and going to work, taking a Xanax and working on it, you know, no different, in my opinion, you know. But again, those bottles say do not operate this until you know the effects of it and all that, you know. So, go be good boy. You ain't went and done your business. Go be good boy. Is it Mardi Gras time? It is Mardi Gras time. What's that hap? Is it Mardi Gras? Yeah, that's the worst part about it is the 30 days. And then some people it won't stay in your system that long. It's again on your body fat content as well. You know, that's the thing. That stuff will lock up on you on your body fat. I've known somebody that's gone and not smoked. They smoked so much and then did not smoke for 30 days, but it was still in their system when they were testing afterwards. The levels wasn't as high, but they were still there. Come on, Pepper. Pepper, come on. Get out of that, come on. Come on. Workshop vibes, timber shiver in that space, souls quiver. Come on, so I can go sit down. Ornery old turd, come on. Power carving, taking shape from rough logs, creations. It's not gonna be long. I'm gonna have to cut the grass. Y'all go. But I get off of that high horse because I am real passionate about that. I don't see anything wrong with this. And it's the way it's a money game. That's my opinion. It's a daggone money game. Counties, states, all that, prisons. Yeah, the prisons is making a killing on it with them all being freaking corporate and stuff, not even state run no more. Too many people in jail over that plant. Now, sometimes some of them's earned that spot just because they went about it, but no, too many people get harassed and messed with over that, and it just ain't right. Straightening up my mess back over here, and I can feel that cedar even with my dust mask. So I can't wait neither. I hate this damn divorce, but that's a positive that I'm looking at about everything is I'm gonna have a little bit of money to upgrade my shop, and I'm not gonna have to go nowhere. So we'll be able to fine tune it all a little bit better, right? That's the only positive I can pull out of all this mess. Hey, good morning, old pal. Gotta get some more of that Fulton paper too. Straightening up my little spot right here just a touch. I'm not sure what I want to get into next. I'm probably not gonna get into nothing next. Honestly, I'm probably not gonna run near as long as I do today. That way I can give myself time to try to get out here. I need to film a video for Wednesday. and I'll take and do one of my epoxy blanks right here, and I'll turn and polish that into a pretty clip and put that on a video.
Day moves along with a steady glare. In the shop he finds his flair. Chisel and hammer, they dance side by side. In the sawdust world he takes pride. Crafting
And that
creating
the jaw extender for my lathe, I should have that tomorrow, I hope. It's supposed to be here tomorrow.
life without a care. Day moves along with a steady
That I cannot wait to see how that works out, because I'll be able to hold my blanks better and I won't lose as much material. Yeah.
splinters fly, stories untold. Working hard, oh heart of gold. Grumpy's touch so firm.
We need to
yet
cut up
bold.
some more paper,
In the
y'all.
shop, his tale unfolds. Smoking wood smell fills the air. Burning life without a care. Day moves along with
All right, let me go make sure Wilbur's up.
in the shop. He
I call him Wilbur. His name's James, but I pick on him and call him Wilbur. $7:40. He needs to be up and in that shower already. Yeah, he's sitting there. Told him his mama wasn't coming home last night, and he didn't listen. Y'all hug your spouses. Give them some love. Don't take them for granted. Don't take them for granted. All right, Robin, you going? You have a good day. Thank you for hanging out this morning. At PK, I tried that a couple of times. I couldn't do it. I was too nervous. I'd get caught trying to do it and stuff like that. Then my dumb self got in trouble when I was younger. I got put on probation, y'all. I ain't ashamed of it. I went about stuff the wrong way, but when I was repossessing cars, the guy I repoed for, he was going through some stuff. His wife was leaving him when she was embezzling a bunch of money because he had a repo company and then a boat marina place. And but anyway, he was losing a bunch of money and stuff, so he was getting tight, and shit rolls downhill, I guess they say. So I was getting shorted in my checks, and I'd bring it up to him and say, hey, look, you owe me for about 4 or 5 repos. Oh no, I don't. We didn't repo them cars. Well, I did the computer work. I put it in the system and stuff like that, and I would pull it up and show him. So look, car's repoed right there by me and you. We repoed it together, But anyway, he owed me about $8,000, and I had a little Nissan Sentra hatchback, and it had just factory wheels on it, steel wheels, and he had some of the Nissan 200 SXs and stuff in there with the aluminum alloy wheels and stuff on there that was going to auction, and he's like, look, I ain't gonna pay you that money, but you can swap out your old wheels with some nice wheels or something like that, and we'll call it even, blah, blah, blah. And I agreed to it. I'm like, okay. But the car that I was getting the wheels from had to roll. It had to be able to roll back up onto the truck to go to auction. And so I got the wheels I wanted, put them on my car, and then I turned around and put my wheels on the other car. Well, the other car had the aluminum alloys, so they were domed out in the rim and fit the big brake pack. They had the disc brakes and all that. My stuff didn't. So my wheels off my car wouldn't go onto the car that went back to auction. So I got mad. I had to put my stuff back on, put the car up, and when I left the office, there was water jugs you know, your office cooler water jugs. Well, there was one of those on the floor full of change that come out of old repos. And my pissed off self took that jug and went home with it. You know, that was my pay. And hell, it went probably 3 months before he realized that change jug was gone. And then when he did, he showed his ass. Realized that I was the one that took it, and I told him I took it after a while. And he pressed charges on me, told the damn police and the judge that there was over $8,000 worth of money in that jug. I only got $273 freaking dollars, and that was in quarters, nickels, and dimes and pennies, and I think there might have been a couple of 20s and a few 10s, you know, and the rest was change, you know, and it wasn't right to take it that way, but the man owed me $8 grand. You know, he owed me $8 grand and then told the police, oh yeah, there was over $8,000 worth of money in that jug. I was like, you really, you know, and I was young and dumb. I couldn't afford to fight it, you know, with courts. And I had a lawyer, and we were dragging it out as long as I could. And it kept going back and forth. And each time I would get a new plea bargain and they would drop it $2 grand, you know, down to where I finally had to sign because I couldn't afford the lawyer no more. And I took a plea of saying that I took $2,000 and pay back $800. You know, it was a flipping mess. But that got me a record, and that got me on probation for a while, and I didn't quit smoking. I was a smoker, and all I would do was just drink a shit ton of water before I went in. I tried the Sure Deal crap a couple of times, just puked that back up, you know, but other than that, I would drink water. I'm talking so much water, it was a wonder I didn't get water poisoning. But I passed my tests that way. Yeah, story time with Grumpy. But yeah, that's what screwed my record up when I was younger. And then because of all that, I didn't keep my repo license because they took my repo license away from me. It was a big mess. Big mess. And it's a good thing too though, because I had, you know, the repoing was hard. You know, people that was riding crappy that could afford their cars was just playing the damn car lots and trying to, you know, get away as long as they could. I made it a game on getting those, but then when you went after somebody's car and it was full of car seats and kid toys and the yard full of toys and stuff like that, those hurt my heart taking those. You know, because it's like, how can you take somebody's car, you know, that's struggling to do anything? You take their vehicle, then they're not going to be able to do shit, you know. So yeah, that started pulling the heartstrings real bad. All right, here we go, y'all. Put her back down. She's done, dried. My glue went cloudy on me. I played with it with the toothpick too long while I was babbling. But other than that, it's nice. Have a cup of UMC sludge. Is that what that says? I can't, that little heart's in the way. Yeah.
Smoke rise up, let the pain fade away. Aliens in the plumes lighting up the gray. Rolled medication, keep the grinding at bay. Crafting with our hands, this art never betray. Anxiety crumbles, watch the splinters fall. Chisel carved moves, answering the call. We breathe.
Hey, good morning, Chef Bear. I'm trying to remember if I told you good morning or not.
Deep in the dust where the past whispers loud. Laid back in the zone, floating on a cloud. Fingers know the rhythm of the knife in the grain. Healing ain't a pill, it's the work that sustains.
Yeah, I'm gonna babble till about 8 o'clock probably and then shut down. My boy gets going to class and I'll come back out here and set up and do me a video. I'll do my video, then I'm gonna make some blanks. I have the inserts sealed up. So I just got to get the plugs ready and mix up that epoxy. That one turned out nice. I like the color in that cedar. Oh, it's not. I was about to throw it in the box. I gotta do the bottom. I almost forgot to do the bottom. Okay, cool. I got a stack of fresh paper there. Oh. And I need to do some burn boards. I keep forgetting about them. Freaking 28's gonna be here. I ain't gonna have no more done. I use my little flat board here. And my burn boards are gonna change. I've been doing them on those. How much time and effort do you take? That's another squirrel battle in itself, Pilato. I joke about that. I'll put just as much time in making my songs as I do making my videos and editing them. I'll sometimes put, like with my clip videos, when I do my epoxy clips or even the wooden clips, the way I have it set up on the lathe, I'll spin it, and then I'll sand it, and then I do the little 150s for the camera and do my little transitions. I have that worked down to a system, so it don't take me no time to buzz through a video if it's a clip video and have it edited down. And then I'll go back and I make songs for every video. So it's like, this one, I'll go to my prompts and I'll be like, okay, Grumpy's in the shop, got the lace spinning all day, medication's rolled tight in my pocket, alien's gonna pick me up and take me away. I'll put a bunch of silly stuff like that in my prompt, and then I hit enter, and then Suno's gonna take all that and slap out a bunch of lyrics. And then I have to sit there, I'll take one prompt, build up one prompt and then build a song off of that prompt. Then, okay, Suno's gonna build me 2 songs off that one prompt. So then I have to sit there and check the lyrics out that it gives me to see if it's going with how I want, then I can edit the lyrics and add different stuff to it, and then once I take a song that I like, lyric wise, when I create that song and actually, go to get music and stuff to it, it's gonna create 2 songs with that set of lyrics. So then I have to listen to both those songs, and they'll go between 1.5 minutes to 3 minutes long. Hell, they can be up to 4 minutes long sometimes. But you have to listen to the whole song, because the system the song might sound good about halfway through and then have some crazy crap in the middle of it, and then sound good again. So you actually have to edit your song, make sure it's good before you put it in something, but yeah, I'll get zoned out into doing that, and then the songs are jamming, so I get out here and catch my buzz, and next thing you know, I'm jamming to the music, and like, you fool, you're supposed to be editing and making new music. So yeah, it can take me a minute. But if I get clear-headed and focus in on it, it don't take that long to make the songs, but you get in a zone and it's just fun making the music, so. And then, like I said, I try to do about 4 songs per Suno, suno.com.
Grumpy's hand steady blade knows the grain. Epoxy roach clips curing pain insane.
And then I don't know if the subscription price changed or not. So I heard somebody quoting a different price not long ago, but I pay $10 a month. And that gets me 2,500 credits, and I think it's like 2 credits, 5 credits at the most makes the 2 songs. So you're gonna make a butt ton of songs for that $10. And then with that $10 a month, that gives you all the rights to the music. You will not get hit copyright. You can use it in commercials, monetization. You can put this stuff on Spotify and sell it, or whatever. Make your own CDs out of it and sell it if you want to. It's yours as long as you pay for it. And you can even quit the subscription, and everything you made while you were paying for it, it's yours. You can use it. Now, you can't go back and download the WAV format of the file unless you're paying for it. you know, and that's just, you got MP, what is it, MP4, and then the wave format, you know, and so, but it's not bad. I got sick and tired of fighting with YouTube. I would spend so much time editing my music through YouTube, or editing my videos and using their royalty free, you know, their free library, you know, and then spend an hour loading through that and then go to upload the video and they tell me no, it's copyright. I did that too many times, and so I quit using their stuff, and that's when I found Suno. One I use is 40 a year, cancel anytime in your song. Oh. Yeah, well that's this one. You cancel it anytime with Suno and it's your music. And see, that's what I did. I had some people telling me, oh no, they're gonna get you, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. So no, I started sending emails back and forth to Suno, asking them all these questions for liability and to cover my butt. I have corporate emails saved on my computer, you know, telling me, oh nope, this is your music. Yep, if you quit and you don't pay, it's your music, you know, all that stuff. So yeah, I kept all that, and then I keep every one of my receipts they give me every month. In the booty room, yeah. I love that song, Old Pat. That might be why my back was hurting. That damn video started going off. I'm sitting here dancing in my chair, jerking back and forth. I'm like, I'm gonna be sore in the morning. It had to beat. Then I started listening to the words, and oh, I was loving it. MP4 video, yeah. Well, they give you the let me see. That gives you, let me open it up. You have two different versions to download, and one of them is just a cleaner file. It's just the audio is cleaner, and then when you go to editing it in other programs, it's more workable, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So what is it? Come on now, open up. I got too much running on my computer right now. It's slow. Let's see. MP3, you got MP3 audio, wave audio, and then video. I don't understand what the video aspect of it is. They don't do nothing crazy in there unless you can fine tune it more. I haven't played with that much, but I always download the wave format of it. And then if you play with the Suno, there's more bells and whistles on the computer. You know, when it comes to doing your personas, adding to the styles, adding to the lyric setup, just everything. You can fine tune all that better on your computer versus on the phone. But you can play with it for free. You know, get so many credits a day. You know, it just, you can't use that monetize. And then you have to be careful too, because stuff you made, if you made songs in the free version and then you started paying for it, remake the free songs, remix them in the paid version, because that free version is still that free version. That's all their stuff still. You know, so go back and remix anything if you made it in the free version and then start paying for it. Remix it and then delete the free one that you did. Hey, good morning, Miss Daisy. Oh, where's my clip at? Did I throw it in the box? No, okay. This is the one we spun this morning. What's the difference in that, Pilato? I don't get into that part of the computer to understand the difference in the compression and all, on how between the lossless and compressed.
Clips gleaming, earthy feel, dust therapy slow, these wounds I seal. Clump these hands, steady, never slack.
Oh man, that green and that green and black one that you picked up that had the wood grains in it, that was an awesome guitar right there. I did like that guitar. I just like the colors and the way it looked. But I don't know if I'll be able to get the guitar. I've tried when I was younger, and I couldn't. I did the woodwinds, clarinet and saxophone were my jam, and I started to try to play the guitar after I did all that, and it's just like my fingers did not want to work on the neck, trying to grab them frets and the chords. I could not get my hand to cooperate for nothing. You give me a clarinet, a recorder, a saxophone, any kind of saxophone, anything that's got that, even a flute. I can even get some sounds coming out of a flute, trumpet, trombone. I'm good on all that kind of stuff, but the guitar, that wasn't me. I'm not no Kenny G on the saxophone or nothing by no means, but I can jam with it. But that's the one horn my dumb ass got rid of. Me and the ex-wife, when we was kids, I separated from her at one point, and I wasn't court appointed to pay child support, but I was paying child support, and I wasn't working at the time, and so I pawned my saxophone, and that gave me child support money and a little bit of party money for a couple of weeks, but my dumb self kicked myself in the butt every day for getting rid of that horn. It was an Armstrong alto sax. Oh my goodness, I loved it.
Aliens in the backyard glow. He's got secrets we'll never know. Carving wood to ease his mind.
I started with the clarinet. That's what I had to play. I had no choice in the matter. I wanted to play saxophone in band. And my mom says, no, I'm not buying you no saxophone. They're too expensive. You wanted to do too much stuff and then quit doing it halfway through. And it's just like, I'm not gonna quit on this, I promise, but I had to basically playing the saxophone or playing a horn. And my grandmother had a clarinet that she played when she was a kid in school. That was her aunt's. And so it's like, we had that in the family, and I didn't want to play no clarinet. That wasn't a cool horn. I wanted the saxophone, but they wasn't going to do it. She had the clarinet recorked and padded and everything and had it tuned up. And, man, when I found out I had no choice but to play that to prove it, I hyper-focused on that clarinet. That's all I did. It sounded like I was killing a cat all night, every night. I had to stuff socks up into the bell because my parents was hollering at me. But let me tell you, I become first chair of the whole school. 6th, 7th, 8th grade, my little 6th grade ass played that clarinet better than people that have been playing it for 3 years. I was a happy camper. Had my little solos and stuff for the 6th grade year. Well, I screwed up and failed 6th grade, but let me tell you, band was not something I screwed up in. That was my best class. And that summer, Mom bought me the saxophone, because I was committed. I was the best clarinet player school had. And so I got my alto sax. She bought me an Armstrong alto sax. And my buddy, his sister was in high school and she knew how to play the sax, so she taught me and him the scales and stuff like that. And I already had a hell of a jump start because of the clarinet, so I started my second year of 6th grade. I was right there in the band section, sitting down in the saxophone section. Band director's like, all right, Tim, you need to get over there in your spot. I'm like, I am in my spot. He says, all right, give so-and-so her horn back. I said, this is my horn. He's like, no, all right, quit, because I was a clown, I was a cut up. He's like, all right, be serious, Tim, go get in your spot. I was like, this is my spot, sir. I got a saxophone. I told you last year. He says, no, I don't have time to teach you. You're my best clarinet player. You need to get back over there. I stood up and played all my scales and even threw some arpeggios in behind him. And he just looked at me, shook his head. He says, sit down. He says, I just lost my best clarinet player. I said, yes, sir, I told you. Then me, my buddy, And then this girl named Danette, all three of us, we battled all year, the whole time through middle school for first chair saxophone. We were his sax players. But yeah, that was my horn. Me and my mom, she's worked home health care, and then not home health care, retirement centers, convalescent centers, and all that growing up. And then she went to home health care. But when she was working the retirement centers and stuff, she was activities director for a while. And me and my buddy, we would go up to 4th of July time, we would play some jazzy songs, you know, Saints Come Marching In, stuff like that on our horns. And then Christmas time was just awesome because we would go up there and play all the Christmas carols and stuff. And then we would harmonize it. We would go off key. He would go off key up a couple of them, or I would go off key down a couple of them, but we would play at the same time. Or we would start in where he would play for 5 seconds and then I would jump in behind him, kind of like an echo. And then you get off key with that. Oh, we had some good jams. But yeah, I loved my horn. And then I loved playing for the retirement centers though. Those people loved it.
Hand steady, but the thoughts go wild. Wood grain bleeding stories so beguiled. Medication roll, but ain't for the sickness.
Oh, that was so long ago. Hey, good morning. Thank you for coming back. But yeah. And that might be something I do. That's going to be a silly purchase, but I thought about buying another horn. I still have the clarinet. I won't get rid of the clarinet because that's like a family heirloom. Like I said, that was my grandma's when she was a kid. You know, she played it in school, and then her aunt played it before her. So that horn is old. And let's see, her aunt played it, my grandma played it, and then my grandma kept it, and my aunt and uncle, they never got into band. And then I played it, and then after I played it, my cousin got a hold of it. 2 of my cousins played it, you know, so it's not the original case anymore by no means, but it's still all the original horn, you know, so it's awesome. I played it probably not a month ago for my granddaughter to show her that because she said, "You don't know how to." I said, "Yes, ma'am. I got it in the closet," and I went and pulled it out. Still has some good reeds for it and stuff. But, right? Well, Guitar Center, you know, saxophones that's something. The way they let everybody come in there and just pick stuff up and go around, like you found that guitar dented up, man. You don't even have to drop that saxophone. You could just turn around and bump something with it and put a dent in that bell. You know, so they probably done lost too much money in them horns like that. Trumpet. My son got into trombone. I wanted him to do saxophone like me, but he didn't really know what he wanted, and then the band guy was pushing him towards trombone, saying if he got good with trombone, he could get an awesome scholarship in colleges because there's not that many brass and trombone players, and so that pushed him towards it. But he wasn't dedicated enough to it. He could play it and thought he was good, but no, he didn't practice enough. Yes, music is awesome. Yeah, see, my saxophone, I pawned that, you know, and then when I grew up and talked to my mom about it some and told her, she's like, "You dumbass," because the store I pawned it to was the store she bought it from. And I loved my horn. It was not dented up. It might have had 2 little scratches on it, but other than that, I kept that thing polished and oiled, and it was in mint condition. And it was an Armstrong. I don't know if y'all know about horns, but Armstrong's a little bit higher class on the saxophone. You have an extra key on the bottom on the register, and I can't remember if it was like 23 keys and then it had 24, but it had an extra key versus all your other saxes. And yes, first chair, you better believe it. Me, Daniel, and Danette. Twiggy's her nickname, but all three of us, we battled. Now clarinet, it took me about 2 months, and then boom, I was first chair because I had the clarinet all summer to play with, screaming and squawking with music books and stuff before school ever started. So I had to, I was ready, But for the saxophone, again, I was ready because me and Daniel, we had played all summer with his sister, So when we started that following year, we was ready to go. It was fun. I can make noise with the tuba. I said I was good with them. The brass, any of the brasses with that mouthpieces, it's just, you just got to buzz and bubble them lips, and then tighten, you tighten and loosen your armature when you're in, you can take a trumpet and go through all your notes like a bugle, and never even hit one of your keys. Your trumpet's got the 3 little keys on the top. Buddies of mine, that's what they played was trumpet. I could take their trumpet and do taps and stuff on it without even hitting the keys. Just tightening your lips and doing that armature. I said I was a band nerd, but I was a bad boy too. That's the funny part about it. They're like, hey, remember that one day at band camp? Yeah, my band camp was a little different. My band camp was, I was a middle schooler running around with all the high school girls in color guard. That was my band camp. Oh, I was a bad boy. I was a stud in middle school though, but I was a bad boy. Oh. Them little middle schoolers just laughing and joking because their little girlfriends are sitting there in class with them. And it's like, well, where's your girlfriend? And she's at the high school. And show them a picture. I was a little middle schooler dating a damn senior. I was a big boy. Oh, story time with Grumpy, y'all memories. Hell, at least it gets me out of my head and not depressed. Oh. But yeah, my buddy Daniel, his sister was in color guard for the high school. And when they do the winter guard, and the girls are doing their flag shows and stuff, and you see the people run across the set real quick with flags, setting them down, picking up the flags they was just using. That was me and my buddy. We was not stupid. When they was asking for volunteers for that, we was like, hey man, bunch of pretty girls up there, let's do it. That's what we did. That's why I didn't do band in high school. It's because I already had a bad referral with the band director because me and him was getting in trouble. They'd run us off the buses and stuff. Like I said, we was bad. Digital piano. My boy's got a nice keyboard. He took a music class in high school and bought him a nice keyboard. It stays in the damn box though. But yeah, clarinet, saxophone, those woodwinds, that was my jam. Still is my jam. It was Bob Seger. Man, Bob Seger turned the page. The way that saxophone screams in that song, that is etched in my brain. And that just, right there. I loved Bob Seger, Silver Bullet. Every song he makes was my favorite. And my mom's old hippie girl. I grew up playing with her old vinyls and stuff. But yeah. I can't work my fingers to do a banjo. I cannot. If I could, I'd play a damn guitar. I love guitar playing. I tried. The best I could get was a little bit of Metallica, that little dun 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 dun. I could get a little bit of that riff, but once it started getting anything intricate, my damn fingers was just knotting up on me. The fingers that's supposed to be strumming the strings will be trying to hit chords and frets, and then I'm trying to strum with my other hand. It's like, come on, brain, work. I couldn't get everybody to cooperate at the same time. But I love banjos. I love all kind of music. And that's the crazy thing about you. Grumpy be bumping his foot to all kind of stuff. But right now, the hip hop, I love hip hop. I mean, I love rap and I love bass and everything. And I was in the hardcore gangster rap at one time. And then I kind of fell out of that. You know, there's just no need for that much aggression and anger. You know, that wasn't helping Ray none, right? You know, but that hip hop rap, I love that. It's funny. You know, I don't like the angry shit where you got the pissed off rednecks hollering and stuff. No, I don't listen to that, you know, but like Jelly Roll and some of the other, that's my favorite.
Life sting, therapy and timber, chisel and blade, each stroke, every cut like memories fade. Patterns form, stress melts away, crafting masterpieces, come what may. Grumpy's workshop, a soulful retreat, wood and epoxy where hearts beat. Subscribe, watch, feel the vibe.
I said, I don't like being called a redneck. I'd rather be referred to as like a good old boy or a country boy or something like that. And the rednecks is just, in my opinion, they're good people, but they're just the angry ones. That's how I label it. I had my stage of being that angry redneck. It didn't do me no good.
Crafting for peace, no fancy complicity. Grumpy's workshop, a soulful retreat, wood and epoxy where hearts beat. Subscribe, watch, feel the vibe, join the journey, create and thrive.
Alright, that's about as much as I'm sanding that down. That's polishing out good. I'm going to put some polish on it now. It's pretty smooth. Y'all are just ready so bad to have me a car, truck, wheels. I need a truck. Hell, at this point, I'd take a car. But need a truck. I can't really do nothing until everything's settled. I can't sell these two vehicles now because the paperwork's been filed and they're on the list of assets or whatever. So I can't do anything with them until this mess is done. Once this mess is done, I'll sell both of those as much as I can get out of them. And then try to find something.
Wood turning smooth with a careful flair. Epoxy dripping colors blend like a dream. In the workshop we create life steam. Therapy and timber, chisel and blade. Each stroke, every cut like memories fade. Patterns form, stress melts away. Crafting masterpieces.
Loves your people. Loves your people. What y'all talking? I missed that. I'm living in my own world, babbling. I always wanted to play banjo. Love that song. That's the best song ever. Metallica did it justice when they redid it. That was a cool thing. When I heard they was redoing it, I thought it was just gonna be butchered, but it's not too bad. Their version, I like it. No, I like Bob Seger's version better, but you know. Father still plays piano. We went to dinner about a week at the pub. He walked over and we time. Peace. That's awesome right there. Sting featured in a long time movies. Piano Man. Yeah, that's no. You want to talk about vehicle messes? That's story time in itself right there. My dumb self. All right, I'm not a mechanic by no means, but I am mechanically inclined, or I was before my neck and stuff got to me as bad. I could pull a wrench if you showed me what to do or told me what to do. But as far as picking vehicles, I've lost it. I've lost that edge, and then people just straight screwed me over. But I have just about 10 grand in 2 vehicles in say 4 years, and I don't have 50 miles on the road between the 2 vehicles. Bought one, thought it just needed some timing tensioners done to it, and bought it. It's like, well, that ain't that bad. Me and the son-in-law can do that in the driveway. And that job was a little more intense than I thought it was going to be, so I went ahead and took it to the dealership and was going to have it done. People before me rebuilt the truck, and they tried to do some junk with the timing, and they couldn't do it, so they welded the damn timing gear to the cam the sprocket that bolts to the cam. They welded that bad boy together, and I had to have that changed. Well, the motor was the first motor that the Colorado's that 5-cylinder motor or whatever. It was the first year of that motor, so they didn't make parts for that motor no more because it was a shitty design. And so I had to get that sprocket out of a junkyard. And anyway, I spent like 4 grand, almost 5 grand trying to get it fixed, and the heads and stuff just went to crap. They weren't no good, and the dealership knew it and took my money anyway and left me stuck. So I sold that truck for $1,500, and way much more money into it, but I just had to get it out of here. And then I bought an older Dodge Dakota, supposed to be good, everything work as should. Test drove it. It run fine, sounded fine. I didn't have no computer or nothing like that to scan it or anything, and it wasn't throwing no codes on the dash. I said, okay, well, hell, we'll take this one. It's not a lemon. This one's going to work. Didn't get halfway home and it broke down. And I haven't been able to have nobody that knows what they're doing to even look at that one to tell me if it's worth fixing or doing anything to. And just my opinion of hearing it and looking at the aftermath once I got it home and me getting underneath it, I don't think it's worth me messing with. I think it's another lemon, and I just don't want it to turn into that Colorado and me put another 5 grand into it and it be junk. That much money, I could buy something newer, nicer. I don't want no brand new ride, but I don't want something that I'm gonna have to work on in a couple of months. Oh, I love me some Bruce Springsteen. I played a bunch of his music in band. They had a lot of his songs run over on sheet music. ROCK in the USA. I played that on the saxophone, the clarinet. Oh goodness, I jammed the hell out of that. My band director was pretty cool. I'm sorry, I ain't in camera. I'm polishing the bottom of this. I took that Yorkshire and went over the bottom, and now I'm just putting another coat of it in here it'll shine it up a little bit, and just kind of, the wood's real dry. It's not gonna crack and split, but it'll just kind of condition it a little bit, I guess. Each roach clips a trophy, a win on display. Grumpy's got galaxies spinning every day. Workshop vibes where the healing ignites. Epoxy flows, truth shines in the lights. Chronic fades, peace starts to arise. Hit subscribe, feel the tribe amplify. My head's everywhere right now. I can't believe she's throwing 30 years away. But if she's not happy, I mean, I can't. What's that? Have to love her enough to let her go to be happy? Sucks. God dang, no, it sucks. She started therapy, oh fuck, about 6 months ago. And and she says that she was starting therapy so she could fix herself, you know, to get to where we need to be. And I was like, that's awesome. But don't destroy me fixing yourself. And that's what's happened.
Grumpy on the lathe, turning roach clips, exquisite. Spin killing time, therapy in every digit. Aliens hover mystic like a foggy scroll. Eyes read my meds in control, soul on patrol. Workshop vibes where the healing ignites. Epoxy flows, truth shines in the lights. Chronic fades, peace starts to arise. Hit subscribe, feel the tribe amplify. Shavings hit the floor, glitter like cosmic dust. Meditation in rotation, tools earning trust.
It is what it is.
It's unarmed. Grumpy's grind got the
My fault
chaos
for being that
disarmed.
asshole.
Aliens whisper saying human skills divine. Grumpy replies, crafting keeps my mind aligned. Let hum lyrics, beats from the shop.
She wasn't perfect either. I didn't hold none of that against her. We were young and dumb.
Each roach clips a trophy, a win on display. Grumpy's got galaxies spinning every day. Workshop vibes where the healing ignites. Epoxy flows, truth shines in the lights. Chronic fades, peace starts to arise. Hit subscribe, feel the tribe amplify.
Got sawdust in my eyes, yo.
Shines in the lights. Chronic fades, peace starts to arise. Hit subscribe, feel the tribe amplify. Workshop vibes where the healing ignites. Epoxy flows, truth shines in the lights. Chronic
Yes, sir.
fades, peace starts to arise. Hit subscribe, feel the tribe amplify.
A little bit of lathe, a lot of sandpaper, a little bit of polish. But that's it. I'm trying to get the polish out of the groove now. I got a little bit of pull out in there. The cedar is real dry, and I was being aggressive and wasn't going that in. I need to sharpen my tool. But it's not bad. It's pretty. I love cedar. I love the color in it. It kept some of the sap color in there. Almost has a little bit of chatoyance or whatever they say. It looks kind of like holographic in the grains right there. It looks more, you can see it better in there. If I had a good thick layer of shellac or clear coat, it would pop. But it's natural. It's that shine's gonna dissipate some. And it's still gonna have that cedar smell. Let me show y'all. See if they found a darker one. It's gonna keep a little shine to it. This is a piece that's been sitting for a minute. You know, there's no clear coat or nothing on there. That Yorkshire has the mineral oil and beeswax, and so that mineral oil soaks into it a little bit, and then I'll spin it on the lathe with my paper towel on there and get it hot to where it's almost burning me through my fingers, and I can't feel that half the time, right? So it gets real hot by the time I feel it, and so it kind of pushes that wax into the wood, kind of varnishes it in. But yeah, that's what it'll look like, you know, a month later. And then you smell it, it still has the cedar smell and everything to it. That's what I like about doing it that way. There's a lot of people, when you tell them, oh yeah, that's cedar, that's the first thing they do is sniff it. I ain't seen so many people sniff a piece of wood in my life. You tell me, they're looking at, oh, that's cool. So yeah, well, that's cedar. As soon as you say cedar, it goes to their nose. And like, oh, it does smell like cedar. I'm like, yeah. I am, y'all. I'm having my days. I'm getting better. I'm not babbling and crying as bad, but it's hard. You know, that's my high school sweetheart. 49, and been with her my whole life. Well, I mean, I had other girlfriends when I was a kid, but yeah, we was kids when we hooked up. I hooked up with her after my wild high school playing girl days when when I did all my partying and stupid stuff when I was young, because I was a young butt running with old people, and so I slowed down, and then like I said, I was the bad boy and she was the goody, caught her attention. We was 15, 16, and then we was having a baby, 17 and 16, and I thought we was gonna grow old together. Yeah, we were separating a little bit, spreading apart, but it's like, hey, have a good day, Pilata. Thank you for hanging out. But yeah, we separated, and I guess we were not as close as what I'm saying. Not separated, but just growing apart. And then we was fixing to have that empty nest syndrome going on. My son was fixing to be gone, and I figured, okay, we'll reconnect, find one another again. But I guess not. And that's what's making it hard, is she's being so damn cool about it. The way we're separating and all, it sucks, but she's gonna own the house. I'm not gonna be on the house, so I'll be renting it from her, but I'll be able to stay here as long as I'm paying rent. And it's gonna be set up where she can't jack the rent up. She can't sell it out from underneath me. She can't kick me out if I have a girlfriend or something like that, but I don't want that. But that's how we're setting it up. So it's like I'll be dealing with her all the time. And then that makes it hard, is she's done. She's been done, So she's cleaning up an apartment, getting it ready to be livable. But she's still grocery shopping and stuff here. We've still got both of our incomes combined paying bills here. And we're gonna do that and continue to do that until everything's settled. And that's gonna take a couple of months. We filed paperwork, not Friday, but the Friday before, and they told us that it'd be up to 3 months before the judge looked at anything, and then we have to wait for the judge to finalize everything and the divorce to be final and be divorced. And then once we're divorced, then she can do the refinancing and stuff and get me off of everything legally, and then get me my money and stuff like that, and then I can try to get my budget going. And that's what makes it hard, is she's trying to be cool about it, because we need to remain friends. We got 2 grown kids, we got grandkids that are young, 11 and 7, and we want to be civil. We want to keep some kind of normality for the kids, they did grow up here, so. And if we separate and I can't stay here, she's not staying here, that's when we go to the court and we start fighting and just split everything down the middle. And we don't want to do that. And she's even going to acquire all the debt. We have like $21,000 in loans and debt. And she's going to take all that. I'm not going to be responsible for paying any of that off. So it's crazy. I want to be mad, but I can't. You going? All right, love you, buddy. Be careful. Have a good day. So I want to be mad. I want to be so angry, because she says, well, I haven't loved you for 12 years. And it's like, how can you go that long leading somebody on, and not be in love, and just... So I want to be angry over that, but then at the same time, that angry guy is what pushed her away 12 years ago. And I've worked so hard to change myself, and that's what everybody says. You're not grumpy. Trust me, I used to be a raging asshole. I was plenty grumpy for everybody. That's why I say, remember, y'all, it's my job to be grumpy, because I was grumpy enough for the world.
Green smoke in the night, tools dance in his grip, giving madness flight. Therapy in every grain, every
Just
line
sucks.
sight. The cosmos carved small, still shining bright. Lighter cases burning messages unwrapped. Grumpy the artisan, his muse stay tapped. Epoxy oceans ripple, waves roll slow. Mad genius in the craft, watch it all just glow. Grumpy laid back, but mind batty and torn. Therapy and carving.
A lot of it was just anger I didn't know what to do with over shit I can't control. And then it manifests into Ray Ray showing his ass. And I learned all that over these 12 years, and so I don't do it no more. Well, it's too late. And that's what she says. She says, I appreciate you changing. You did change, but she's just not in love with me no more. And I deserve to go find somebody who will love me for me. And I tell her, I don't want to find nobody. I want her. And she left again yesterday. That's why I'm in a mood. She come home. She'd been gone for about a week. She come home Friday because the grandkids stayed the night Friday night. Then she went and done some shopping Saturday. Left again, and then took my son, dropped him off at his girl's house, and then picked him up, brought him home yesterday, and did grocery shopping, and then left again. You know, he says, okay, well, I won't be back till around Thursday. Is there anything you need? Let me know. I'm like, yeah, I need you not to go.
Roach clips, caught stars, pocket universe snug. Spark aliens in the wood, yo, pass me that mug. Crazy like a comet, he carves truths unseen. Artifacts born from a mind's evergreen. Finger stain red.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did that back in the day. I got attacked. They did counseling, and it was like it was a couple counseling, but for some reason, no, they want to see her first by herself for a few appointments and then bring me into the mix. So when I come in for my appointment with everybody, it wasn't, hey, let's talk to Grumpy and get Grumpy's side of the story. It was like, hey, Grumpy, and I open my mouth and everybody attacks me. It's like, yep, this is biased from the get-go. I'll see y'all later. I went to three appointments and got attacked. Every one of them couldn't say a word edgewise. And it's like, yeah, we'll go to counseling in a different counselor, but not you. And then I offered, I'll go to anger management. You know, I don't need it. And like I said, I figured out my problem over so many years. I've sat here in the garage and done nothing and gone nowhere but analyze myself and jump in rabbit holes and stuff. And I know why I'm as crazy as I was. I figured it out. That's why that guy don't exist no more. So I say, yeah, I'll go to any counseling. You want to go to marriage counseling? You want me to go to anger management? You want to go to anger management? You want me just to go to therapy? What do you want me to do? I'll do anything to keep you home. And ain't nothing. Hell, I even told her I'd have an open relationship to keep her crazy ass home. And I'm a jealous, insecure fool from hell and back, you know. And I throw that out there. Nope, she's done. She's ready to go. And that's what makes it harder is she's so cold about it. I get a little emotional. She wants to get mad and stressed out. And I'm like, I'm sorry. You've had 12 years to disassociate, you know. I ain't had that long, you know. So yeah, it still kind of hurts. Hey, Curtis, good morning, buddy. Well, that's what I used to do, Curtis. I had a punching bag. I still got it. It's propped up on the side of my wall right here to remind me how big of a dumbass I was. Me and her never got physical, But I was an angry fool. I would get mad and I let loose on a punching bag. I had one of those 90-pound Everlast damn Choice of Champions canvas bags hanging from my ceiling out here in the garage. I was in martial arts when I was younger, and that was my vent. I would get mad then and want to fight, and I'd go get on that bag and I would beat that bag until it was plumb bloody, you know. And that's always been my release. When I got mad, that's what I did. I freaking punched. I punched trees and stop signs and walls and crap before I ever got a hold of a punching bag when I was being stupid. But then it's like I got that bag, and ooh, that bag was my friend. I ripped that bag off the chains. You know, you got those canvas seat belts that stitch down the sides of the bag that hold it all to the chains. I ripped them some bitches off. I come out here in a rage and would start punching on that thing so bad, and it was like the Hulk. The bag would go across the room. I'd knock it off the chains. I'd get an uppercut on there. Boom, it would pick the bag up and unhook it. Boom, it hit the floor. You know, I literally got that mad, you know, and it's no good. My hands are bad now. I can't hold my Dremel and stuff now. Give me 10 years. I probably won't even be able to close them. You know, I was a dumbass. I was dumb. So I guess I bought all my stuff that I'm going through now. What do they say? Make your bed and lie in it. Well, I guess it's time for me to cover up. And that's where I figured my anger and stuff out was. Those were my ADHD. You know, I would get so mad because my brain's bouncing 1,000 miles an hour, and you say something to me and it's like, wait a minute, I'm processing it, and then I'm also having 10 conversations in my head on how I'm trying to say it when I'm fixing to say it back to you. And then it comes out 5 of those conversations mixed up into one, and I said it wrong. Then you misunderstand me, take it out of context, get mad, and then I get mad trying to get you to understand what I was trying to say. And that's where all my arguments stem from. That's where all my anger come from. I would say something and it would be misunderstood, and then I would get so mad trying to get you to understand what I meant. And yeah. Once I figured that out, I stopped all that shit, and it works for me. You know, I know my triggers and stuff now, so I don't get there. But it's, like I said, a day late and $1 short. Oh yeah, I'm fixing to. That's it. You know, I love her to death though. I mean, I still love her to death. She could come in here and kick me in the nuts as hard as she wanted to right now and say I was a sorry asshole. And I say, as long as you stay, you can do it again. You know, I'm just that whooped. You know, and it's not whooped. I just love her that much. Yeah, I spent. Whew, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. A crafting beam. Like and subscribe to the vibes alive. Join the journey. That's how my head works. I see everything like that. Even with this YouTube stuff, it's I have trust issues. You know, I got a bunch of stupid underlying trauma and stuff, and yeah, it adds up and it compiles, and it's crazy. Like and subscribe to the vibes alive. Join the journey. Let's all thrive. You little moth. Grumpy's carvings, cosmic and wise. Thought I had a little termite flying around in here. I was like, oh no, we don't need that. Hey, good morning, Saving Grace. You come in on the tail end of my crazy rant. I'm sorry. Butter Tart, good morning, buddy.
Aliens riding shotgun, their ships on sway. Dust therapy hitting hands deep in the grit. Chronic pain.
No, we've been on paper. This would have been, what are we, 2026? So on paper, we would have been married 25 years this year. I said my daughter's 31, and we've been apart maybe 2.5 years total out of my daughter's life when she was young. I mean, before she was 3 years old. You know, from 3 up, we've been together.
Before we hit hyperspace drive. Dust therapy hitting hands deep in the grit. Chronic pain flying gone in the thick of it. Craft shop vibing, you better hit subscribe. Grumpy's world twisting, you gotta catch the vibe. Roll tight,
no, infidelity, that would be a hard thing to do. That would be a hard thing to do. That's one thing I have never done. Never, ever. And I've been in the situations where I could, and that's just it. She's always accused me of, because of the situations that I've been around. I've always self-medicated, you know. So you self-medicate and you're chasing your smoke down for the weekends. You know, sometimes it depends on where you go. It depends on the crowd that's going to be around. Sometimes there's a bunch of young girls running around acting crazy and stuff. And I was in some of those scenarios and situations, but I was 100% respectful. I was there for one thing, to get my smoke, you know, hang out for a minute and get going. Because it's not like you just walk in, get what you want, get out. You got to make it look like you're hanging out, being buddies or something, people, so you don't get in trouble and jump. You just play the game, you know. But I never stepped out on her. I never done her wrong like that. That's one thing, I was 100% faithful. I watched my damn mom do that shit to my dad, and there's no way in hell. That's some of the reasons I have issues with my mom. Love my mom to death, but love my dad to death too. And that shit wasn't right. He was a good man. He put up with some crazy stuff, and you know, I guess that's why I put up with the stuff from the way my wife was doing me here towards the end, is because, you know, it's just, I know life's tough. I know you're gonna have your ups and downs. We've always had our ups and downs, but we've all had a lot of good balances in them up and downs, and I thought we was just fixing to balance out again, you know, but I guess not. I'm gonna get in a good spot. I just hate babbling to everybody on YouTube about it. I don't have nobody else to talk to. And so, yeah. Y'all is my shrink. And I've been talking mad shit about trying to take this to business and make my clips get everywhere and do this and do that. And I talk a mad game, but not. I can't hardly stand up and turn 2 roach clips without my neck wanting to lock up. What the hell am I gonna do to try to run a business? Whew. but I'm gonna try. It's all I can do is sink or swim. Oh, I'm gonna freaking go down swimming. I need to strip my garage down, get all this trash out of here, get all this clutter out of here, open it back up, as I got a stand against my door that's gonna go. I got an old metal rolling cart that my little toolbox sits on. It's in the way, it's gotta go. I don't even got no good tools in there. It's just a catch-all box. I'm gonna put a lathe right there. I want a bigger lathe. I want my chop saw up on my table right there. I'm gonna make my shop into a better shop, make it easier for me to work in. Maybe I can do more easier. And that's what I gotta do. I gotta step up my clip production. And then I want more stuff. I wanna start making I wanna do the hybrid bowls and bases. I want to mix the epoxy in the wood, and I want to light the bottoms of everything so the epoxy is like turn it thin enough to be translucent, kind of like stained glass. What I want to do. I want to be married too, though. Here you go. I guess I got to get this divorce final, get it over with, and get me a ride. Put me an ad out there on one of them single sites. So I need me a girlfriend who's gonna love me for me and run my social media business side of my life. Make me make money and kick me in the ass and make me do stuff, but help me do it at the same time. Hey, you got some good motivation though. I mean, sometimes you'd be surprised. I can give some good advice. I've always been good at giving advice in situations, but I am piss poor at taking my own advice. Oh. Shit, in my head, that damn blow up dog be arguing with me worse than the wife would. There you go. Just a little lighter than this tunnel. That's it. I'm gonna come back out of this. I know I'm gonna come back out of this, but it hurts. It's gonna be hurtful. It's gonna be a road of hurt. As I guess the way I process my emotions, I have to disassociate to turn it off, and I don't want to disassociate. And that's what's so hard right now is I'm not trying to disassociate, but then once she's gone, I disassociate to a degree. And then when she comes back for a day or two, it's like, it starts hitting me again. You know, we start talking, I still want to call her baby and stuff like that, you know, and I look at her and say, I'm sorry. There you go. We ain't that country yet. Oh goodness, y'all. Just sucks. And then I'm stuck. I don't want to go nowhere. Driving hurts my neck, but I do want to get out and about, you know, but it's just I can't get out and about now. I guess that's more of a damn head trip against me. Is like I don't want to go nowhere, but knowing I can't go nowhere now makes me want to go somewhere 10 times more. You know, so it's just oh shit, y'all, I gotta feed my dogs. And see, that's what gets me in trouble is when I start doing stuff, I'll lose track of time. You know, I'd go fishing or something, and I'm only gonna be going an hour. Flip, you know, she drives down to where I'm at, tapping her foot 4 hours later. Oh shit, I'm sorry, I didn't realize they were biting. Or they wasn't biting, but they started biting right before I was gonna leave. You know, everything I've done's always been like that. I start working on my truck or something, was only gonna do a little bit, and next thing you know, I'm did the top end, under the bottom, working on this, doing that, and but that's okay. What they say, I know why now. And how does old G.I. Joe say no one's half the battle? Go, Joe. So, and then my son, he's gone to the doctors. He's diagnosed. You know, he's got the ADHD and some other shit on top of all that, you know. And so it's like, you know that there, you know, my head don't work right, everything else. You know, it's not a cop out or an excuse, but it damn sure explains a lot of my issues. You know, and then she wants to get on his butt sometimes because of some of his issues, but it's just because they mirror me to a degree, and it bugs her. But it's like, open your eyes, you idiot. You know, that shows you he's doing stuff that I don't like, but you got paperwork explaining to you why he's doing this stuff that you don't like, and it's what I did, and this, so that should tell you something, right? No, it don't matter. But whenever I get my money from the house, because my insurance won't pay for those tests, I have to come out of pocket for that stuff. I'm gonna go have it done. I'm gonna say ha 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 ha. It won't do nothing but solidify my feelings and let me know that no, I wasn't completely crazy. But show that I am completely crazy. Sorry, y'all, feeding my pups. Come here, quit jumping. You're gonna hurt you quick. You're gonna hurt yourself. I saw you limp. Shit, y'all. I said I was gonna get off at 8 o'clock. It is 9 o'clock now. So y'all, thank you so much for listening to me babble. I hope everybody's having a good day. Don't let my downs pull anybody into my funk. Everybody be happy, be in good mood, be happy for me. I'll get happy. I said I'm gonna be a phoenix crawling up out these ashes. I'm gonna be party. Oh shit. But I'm gonna jump off here, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go. I got stuff I wanna do. I wanna try to make me a couple of videos and everything. And I gotta get me some videos called up for my Wednesday videos. But that's what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna make my smoothie and I'm gonna turn me a roach clip and then get with it. But y'all have an awesome day, y'all. Stay awesome. Stay laid back. Remember, it's my job to be grumpy. God bless all y'all. Y'all stay safe.
Shape